Okay folks, we moved around to the backyard and I'm going to show you where I plan on putting this. This is actually part 2 of the worm farm video. I've decided that, the first part was disassembly. This second part is going to be set up and filling it up. There may be a third part, I don't know, it all depends on how much video there is. At any rate, this is my fishing area, as you know, my video area. I'm putting the fishing shack back over this way, and there'll be video on that later. But I figure I'd put my worm farm back over here. I originally thought I'd put it under the carport because a corner of that carport remains shady 24/7. But I decided that this area over here behind me also stays shady like that, and it will be over here where everything else is going to be. All right, in just a moment I'll be showing you where we're going to put it, and I'll set it up and show you us putting it up, setting it up. Probably once again we'll be doing some fast forward. You may even see me like you did in the last video looking at the camera talking, and yet I still fast forwarded through that. There's 30 minutes of video shot, me taking the thing apart, 30 plus minutes of video. So in real time, if I hadn't been talking to the camera, it probably wouldn't have taken 30 minutes to do the disassembly. All right, we'll get on with this. All right, right over here where the wife is where we're going to put it. But if you notice, if she tries to walk underneath there, it's a little head high. I'm going to cut some of that back. It may reduce a little bit of the shade in the area, but this is privy hedge. It will grow back up. Because if you look, privy hedge all the way down. You can't see through it really except right here. I had one that died right here. So we had the squirrel cage over there, which meant a lot of this stuff was already cut up and higher. So I'm gonna put the worm farm back probably as close to the fence as I can get it. I may regret that if we get new neighbors and they clear off back there, but if that comes to it, I'll move it. Any rate, right about here where I've got the truck is pretty much where we're thinking about putting that fishing shed. Probably a little bit further back, and right up in here where it'll be close to under the tree. Then I'm gonna put a sink on one side of it and stuff like that. All right, we'll be doing more video. I'll probably set up this to just record what we're doing. video for a few minutes. This is how it's going to be set up. I'm going to clean the door off a little bit, which I'm going to do out of camera. Alright, we took a few minute break to cool off, and the wife, while I was still cooling, came over here and took some silicone and glued down a piece of weed fabric over that hole right there. All I wanted to do is keep in the dirt and keep in the worms, yet let water out in case this does accidentally fill with water, rainwater, something like that. We're going to get some cardboard and we're going to put it in here, and then we'll put the worm dirt in here, and we'll pretty much be done except adding worms. Well, I got to put the lid on, which hadn't cleaned off the lid yet. Just wanted to show you that step, and we'll be back to it in a little bit. Alright, so the cardboard acts as both worm food and a place for them to get up into, lay eggs and stuff like that. You'd be amazing how fast this degrades with a whole bunch of worms in here. I'm using leftover fishing worms from buying, actually the ones I bought the other day. Did a video on me going and getting those. Alright, we're going to mix up the dirt, show you how we're going to do that. We're going to use pond water, and I'm just going to dump it in, and I'll show you the finished product when we release the worms. Alright, yeah, I hope it would have been easier to mix that up, but what I had was my potato fork. That's what I get hyacinth out the pond with and stuff like that. I'm going to show you what it looks like here in a minute. As soon as the wife gets done playing in the dirt, she loves doing that. And then we'll release the worms. Alright folks, this is what it currently looks like. We don't have a whole lot of worms, but I'm going to go ahead and put those in. That's all the worms I got right now. I'm gonna get more, and we'll release a whole bunch more. I've probably got a little more dirt here than I want to have, but like I said, we'll show it in a week or two. It's going to take a while for these worms to get established. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this project video. Hope you learned something. And as always, you know, if you have any questions, comment. If you have anything you want to see, comment, let me know. Okay folks, I'm moving the truck back around the yard, and I needed to add an addendum to this worm farm. I chose to dump just a handful of worms in there. Now, in the sake of honesty, just to show you how you're going to put worms in the worm farm. I didn't have enough to really fill the thing. I have looked at buying worms in bulk, and I've looked at buying worms at my local bait shop. And in all honesty, once you factor in shipping and all, it's just as cheap to go and get them at the bait shop, and it's easy. The pond water was a little warm. Just needs to get in the back. Pond water was a little warm, so I'm gonna let it cool off this evening, and maybe a day or so before we do it. But we're gonna go ahead and take trash and take the stuff from the freezer. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I did get the worms out, so you know they're back in the can for right now until it cools off and that thing's better. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.